Hi, welcome back to Football Opinions. Yeah, Arsenal 5, Sheffield United nil. Don't really have much to say. It's rare because after 5-0 win, expect me to have a lot of things to analyze, but fairly routine win for Arsenal. I think they did what they had to do. The chances were not coming by easily in the first half, but for Declan Rice to make that pass for Nketiah, to have that touch, composure, and then that finish. I mean, I've been one who's been very critical of Nketiah because I think he might come in one of games, perform, and then the performances don't carry on into the next games. But today, got to give him his flowers. Look, I don't wish anything bad on any of our players. I don't wish them to go on a bad run of form or anything like that. I mean, all I want is for the club to keep winning. So anyone who can come in and contribute, that's the most important thing to all of us fans, for fans of every club. I can tell you can have a star man, but if you can remove that star man from the team, it's like a hurricane. A hurricane probably had to go for Tottenham to progress. It is the way of things sometimes. But for Nketiah today, the second goal as well, I mean, it's a great finish from a corner. The third goal, speechless. At that point, I was like, oh, what is this I'm watching? Nketiah is banging them in from like 20 yards out. It's crazy, man. And 3-0, you're cruising as well, but Teta makes subs. I think he's learned from last season and from some other games this season where he has kept players on for long period, for deep into the second half when it's not really necessary. I remember the Bournemouth game when he played Saka almost 90 minutes, and I'm like, the game is won. I mean, I understand the players might want to stay on the pitch and maybe contribute more, but as long as at the end of the day you're the manager, the one who decides who plays and under what game state are certain players suitable, and manage the players' minutes as well, because at the end of the season you don't want fatigue, because we have tougher games to play as well. So playing away in the Champions League is not easy. It may seem like easy games. Lons away, we lost. We need that. It was much needed experience, in my opinion. You lose them and you know how to go about those games from now on. I mean, they learned, I think, from what I saw in Seville. Arsenal played that game really well. Yes, we were kind of hanging on in the end, but at the end of the day, it was a great win, solid defensive performance as well. But today, controlled it from start to finish until the end of the game when we were like 5-0 up. So when Sheffield United were trying like to get a consolation goal, but they did nothing, bro, for the entirety of the game. Nada. Just an easy game. So we move. We're done with that one. We move on to the next game, which will be West Ham United away in the Carabao Cup, and then Newcastle United away, which I had no easy games by any means. So only wish the best for Arsenal and the team. Let's keep winning. Let's keep doing our best, At the end of the day, if we win the league, if we don't, we'll be here for it. We'll be here for it, of course. Winning the league will be so good, man. As an Arsenal fan, as a young one as well, I've never seen with my own eyes Arsenal lift major honors. So it will be, for all those years I've been supporting the team, whether regularly, whether irregularly, I've never really seen us be that dominant force. So the fact that we are getting there, I'm not as worried or troubled about the future as I was a few years ago. So it is what it is. We take the win, we keep moving. But for another team in London that cannot seem to get wins, bro. Yes, they had like 3 wins in a row before we played them. But yeah, it's the same old story at Stamford Bridge. I think they have 1 win at Stamford Bridge in the last 11 games. That's in the league. That's a horrendous record to have. I mean, if you cannot seem to get results at your home, then you're definitely doomed, especially as a big club. That's where you want when teams are visiting Stamford Bridge. You want there to be a sort of intimidation there. I mean, but Brentford have actually won 3 games in a row at Stamford Bridge, which is in itself shows you the level of Chelsea at the moment. But I thought Chelsea started the game really well. Madueke hitting the post. Chelsea having great situations. Cole Palmer was causing problems for Brentford. They did not know whether to like commit a man to him to mark him, because he was having too much space on that edge of the 18-yard box. So he could, like, the vision as well is good, don't get me wrong. The weight of pass is very good. His execution is good as well for such a young person. It's almost like he's been set free and told to just do your thing in that number 10 position, because at City it's more rigid, it's more system comes first before you cannot adapt to a player's quality, but the player has to adapt to the system. Whereas at Chelsea, I feel like he's been given more freedom. Of course, there are things that they will work on with the coach and the coaching staff, but he's been given more freedom, in my opinion, at least. It was causing them problems, but Brentford played really well, did not panic, and by the end of the first half, they actually quietened the crowd because Chelsea were growing frustrated. They had a lot of the ball, but Brentford allowed them to have the ball, and they were doing really nothing of note with it. The second half comes, and Brian Mbeumo with a pinpoint cross, Ethan Pinnock at the far post again, back post. They're not marking the run at the back post. Same kind of goal they conceded to Arsenal, the equalizer. So it's poor and the fact that he played 3 centre-backs, actually Disasi should be doing better from that situation. And then the second goal they concede, it's just comical. Yeah, that just wraps up how Chelsea are at the moment. It's just a joke, especially for today. It was just a joke. That's what it was. Robert Sanchez coming up for a corner, and then it's just breakaway and there's no one in goal. But he almost caught up with Neil Mope. I was in disbelief seeing a giant keeper run as fast as he is, and Neil Mope was moving slow. I was actually thinking that they might not score, and at the end of the day, he did not want to pass it to Mbeumo, but it just happened and Mbeumo scored. So it is what it is, Chelsea fans. I know you are depressed. Yeah, we are here for your tears and we are enjoying them. You better believe that. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next video.